Okay, well, this video is gonna definitely be about racism, as I stated. So, with this one, I just want to talk about a few things that I just believe in. For one, I think one of the biggest issues of racism is people automatically assume that people are gonna say something racist whenever they're talking to somebody. Like, for example, somebody says, "Well, I don't really mean to offend you," and then they automatically assume that it's gonna be something racist, or something against them as a person, or their quote unquote their people. That's another term that I don't understand when people say their people. Um, we are people. We're all people. We're all connected in some way, shape, or form, whether we want to believe it or not. Um, another big problem in racism is the idea that people have this notion what people are supposed to be like. Like someone says you talk white or you talk black. Very common term that people use. Like there's a certain way that all black people are supposed to talk, or a certain way that all white people are supposed to talk, a certain way that all Hispanic people or Asian people, or whatever kind of dialect that someone's supposed to be. They always think that there's a certain way that people are supposed to act based on their race, and it's all total falsity. I get it all the time. I mean, being a military brat, when I first moved down to South Georgia, people were like, "Man, you talk white." Like I didn't know that you could talk a color. Like when I say words, colors come out. I mean, doesn't I mean, I've never heard it before. I mean, being a military brat, you don't even think about being a certain race because you're a part of a huge entity. And I mean, I didn't realize I was black till I was 13. I mean, it's one thing to you know to physically be an African American or black or whatever society wants to call you at any given time, but it's another thing to literally be told that you can't go into someone's house because of what you look like. Yeah, that's pretty sad, especially this this late into history. I mean, you would think we've got past that already. Another thing is a huge part of racism is biases and stereotypes. Um, I've heard all sorts of crazy things like, um, black people like chicken, white people are rich, white girls are easy. The reason why black guys like white girls is because they'll do stuff that no other girl will do. Asian people are always good at math. Um, there's no difference between Hispanic people; they all speak Spanish. Um, there's no difference between Puerto Ricans and Mexicans. It's just all sorts of crazy stereotypes and biases, and it's just something that people really can't get over. I mean, even a lot of people don't understand that even when you're being misogynistic about someone's race, it's still not right. Whenever you refer to Native Americans and you say that, oh, they're such a wonderful group of people, or they're really into nature, you're still grouping people together and you're saying that they're alike. That's a bias. That's a stereotype in itself. That's just like saying all young all young people from the South probably can't read that good. You just bunched an entire group of people together that are uniquely different into one category, and you've just pretty much made them all similar because of what you may think that they're like. Um, Another thing, February is about to come up, and of course, in the United States, a lot of people will refer to the month of February as Black History Month. Again, something I do not agree with, and several other people don't agree with as well. Um, Whenever you refer to one particular group of people having a separate month or period of time that they need to reflect on all of their own history as being something that they need to call Black History Month, which means that it's separate from every other portion of history in America or throughout the world. And that's wrong in itself too, because that should be a part of American history. It's not just Black history. Just like Hispanic Month, Hispanic Heritage Month, that's not just Hispanic history. I mean, of course, there are Hispanic people that contribute greatly to history, but it shouldn't just be called Hispanic Heritage Month or Hispanic History Month or Black History Month. There's no Jewish History Month. There's no Chinese History Month. There's no Japanese History Month. It's just history. And if you're a part of America or the United States, it should be American history. It shouldn't be separate from that. Another issue that I wanted to touch on was the dreaded N-word. A lot of people always refer to terms like the N-word or something like it, derivative, and they think that it doesn't mean the same thing as nigger or nigga or however you want to say it. A lot of people think that there's some kind of difference in it. If there's a difference in it, then why would they change it? Why would they say the N-word instead of just saying nigga or saying nigger? I think that the reason why a lot of people still feel some kind of way about it is because they still keep talking about it. The whole idea of racism in general is still such a really strong issue because people keep bringing it up and keep making it seem like things are so much more horrible and damning than it is. The reason why I'm speaking on it is because I live it every day. I'm sure a whole lot of other people do too, but it's not as bad as it used to be now. It may be more covert than it was, back in the day, but it's still not the same. It is different, but people have to learn how to see that there are more things that tie us together than things that divide us. And that's, to me, that's the biggest issue in racism.